everyone.
Hey, good morning,
Hi,
everyone.
everyone.
Good morning.
Morning. Morning.
Welcome to the ceremony, everyone.
Can't see us now.
Morning.
Hello. The microphone.
Oh, it's nice to see so many people.
It is.
Hi everyone, it's Gail. Just keep resizing as it goes now.
Hi Alexis.
Hello. Hi, Sosan.
College.
Hi.
Yeah, there's Sosan, everyone. Sosan is saying hello.
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 Good luck, everyone.
Well, this is for basically
Morning everybody. My name's Bernie White, Chair of the Natspec Board. I'm delighted to welcome you to today's Natspec Awards ceremony. It's a great opportunity for us to come together at this extraordinary time and celebrate the work of staff in Natspec colleges. Before we move on, I just want to make a few points about Zoom etiquette for the ceremony. The event's recorded and the room will be locked after 10 minutes for security reasons, so please ensure all attendees have joined prior to this point. Please keep yourself muted. You'll be unmuted as the winners are announced so that you can give them you have the opportunity to hear, and then you'll be automatically remuted. All the participant videos are automatically switched off, so please do keep them off unless you are the agreed representative of the shortlisted colleges. Please feel free to interact in the event. There are reaction icons at the bottom of your screen, applause or thumbs up, and you can also use the chat to communicate to the group. But be aware that all notes are made available to the host after the event has ended. So joining me today is Claire Howard, Natspec CEO, and Nigel Evans, Chair of the Awards Judging Panel. As many of you know, Nigel was formerly one of Her Majesty's Inspectors for Further Education and Skills and Ofsted's National Lead for Learners with High Needs. To announce the winners, we welcome Helen Brooks and Pete Vickers, who are both on the judging panel for the awards, and Tina Paget, a member of the Natspec board. We released the Natspec Awards shortlists at the end of March, which feels like a very long time ago now. The original plan was to announce the winners at our national conference in May. Well, COVID-19 put paid to all of that, and it would have been lovely to celebrate all the good practice at the live event surrounded by colleagues from our sectors, but that's just not possible at the moment. But that shouldn't stop us recognising the great work that specialist colleges do. The entries for the awards highlight practice from a pre-COVID era. However, all effective practice is based on strong principles delivered by talented staff, and crucially, it is flexible and responsive to individual needs and changes in context and circumstances. We've seen this responsiveness across Natspec colleges over the past few months, with staff adapting their practice, refining expertise and learning new skills to support students, whether they're at home or the students who've stayed with them or returned to college. I'm sure that all the work we're celebrating today as we announce the winners will continue to be relevant as more students return to college. And I'm equally convinced that colleges will be refining and improving practice in response to challenging and changing circumstances. We should pride ourselves on that capacity for continuous improvement. I'm now going to hand over to Claire Howard, Natspec CEO, who will introduce the awards.
Thanks, Bernie. And hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome, everyone, to our first virtual award ceremony. It's our first ceremony of any sort because this is the inaugural year of the Natspec Awards. And as Bernie said, it's been a tough few months, so it's so good to be able to come together today and celebrate with you all. And I hope you enjoy the ceremony. So what we're going to be doing, we're announcing 6 winners today. Each of those has demonstrated excellence practice in a different aspect of specialist education, further education. What we want to do is celebrate their achievements. Obviously, it's a celebratory time, but also use the opportunity to promote all the quality that goes on in our colleges, promote continuous improvement, and we want to raise standards across the sector. The judges, delighted that they're here today to help present the awards. What they were looking for was to find real quality practice, and they were looking for these things. First of all, it had to be innovative. We needed it to be new and different, had to be introduced in the last 2 or 3 years. We wanted it to have a demonstrable positive impact on students at the core, and obviously be sustainable, capable of further development, not just a one-off event. And we wanted them to show that it was useful not only for learners in their college, but also useful learning for other specialist FE settings across the country. So those were the things that the judges were looking for, and we were delighted that we had over 50 entrants for the awards. The standard was really high across all of those, so thank you so much to everyone who entered the awards, and congratulations to everyone who's made it to the shortlist. And I know most of you are here today. Fingers crossed that your entry gets there. If you weren't successful, or if you were on the shortlist and don't end up being successful, you'll be interested that we've pulled together some top tips and we've put those on the awards website, and that we hope will help you submit even better awards for next year. And who knows, next year maybe we can celebrate together in person. We will be sharing all the information on our website, and we're hoping to get the winners in various media outlets tomorrow and later in the week. So here's the time. No need for more introductions. We're going to hand over now to Nigel Evans, who was the chair of our awards panel, and the fellow judges, and they're going to announce the winners. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Claire. Thank you very much indeed. Well, it was a privilege to be part of the panel judging the Natspec Awards, and I have to say the standard of submissions was very high, and again demonstrates the innovation, expertise, and creativity within our sector. It was a very challenging task for all the judges to single out individual winners for each category, and I thank my fellow panel members for the time and the care they put in for each category. I think one of the encouraging themes running through this year's submissions was the level and quality of partnership work undertaken by specialist colleges. You know, there was a huge amount of really thinking about who would add most value to these projects, and that came across very strongly. And those partners also brought additional expertise, technical skills, or broadened the scope of the projects, and that was again very powerful. The panel were also delighted to see the number of projects aimed at students with the most severe and profound disabilities, and these projects all have the potential to enhance the lives of the young people and enable them to have more control over their lives, which again is really important. And I'd like to thank staff and students, all the organisations who contributed to the submissions, and all of the projects, as I said, will make a difference to the lives of the young people you work with. So now we're going on to the most important bit, which is the announcement of the awards. And the first award I'm going to announce is the award for the innovative use of technology. And so we have 3 on the short list, as you can see there. We have Derwent College for their support work apps, and that was a development of a series of unique apps for tablets, mobile phones, which support students with special educational needs and disabilities into work. And also shortlisted, National Star College, Find My Voice. And this was the development of personalised augmented communication aids that can operate across different communication devices. And then finally, Wesk Foundation, and they had the APOS Talking Till, which was the creation of the first audible point of sale till software to support young people with visual impairment in the workplace. So those are the projects that were shortlisted. And now, the moment you're waiting for, it's the winner is... So congratulations to Derwent College. That's fantastic. And this project, there's some very, very excited people there. The project showed a very strong partnerships with the hospitality industry, a technology firm, and funding from the local enterprise partnership. And it resulted in products that were easy to use, they were professional in appearance, and will be very easy. And we are really pleased to see how it was. So congratulations to Derwent College. Well done, everybody. Okay, so we're now going to move on to the next. Oh, no, let's now we're going to go to Derwent College, I think, aren't we?
I think we saw them, Nigel, so just move straight on.
Lovely. Okay,
yeah.
thank you. Yes, yeah, great, lovely. We did see the reaction there, and that was lovely. Right, so now going to move on to the next award. And the next award is for Pathways into Employment. And to announce that, very, very pleased to introduce Tracy Clare Gray. Tracy's known to many of you. She worked in mainstream education for 23 years before joining Fox's Academy, and then became principal, where she was vice principal first, then principal. And for 2 years, Tracy was Director of Employment at Natspec, reflecting the commitment to challenging and changing attitudes around employing young people with learning difficulties. So, over to you, Tracy.
Just waiting for Tracy to unmute. There she is.
Sorry.
There she is.
So, do you want me to go through that again?
Yes, please, Tracy, you're unmuted now. Thanks.
Okay, so I'm really pleased to be part of this ceremony today and to join in the celebrations of this inaugural year of the Natspec Awards. I hope you're all well and that you're all keeping safe. Without further ado, we'll just have a look at the short list of the pathways into employment. There was Camp Hill Wakefield Access to Community and Employment, which was a really quite inspirational pathway into employment embedded and into the curriculum. Heart of Birmingham College, Vocational College, developing a bespoke accredited qualification, working alongside employers using RAPA to develop this bespoke accreditation. And Landmarks College, the Wayfinder Recruitment Agency, and an after college care club. So without further ado, I'll announce the winner. And the winner is... Absolutely well done to Camp Hill Wakefield. I was really impressed by this, by the students, and the aspirations were absolutely at the centre of what they were doing. And I think the thing that really clinched it for me was that employment was an expected outcome. It wasn't an add-on. It was absolutely at the centre, forefront, back, behind everything. And there was also sustainability through partnerships and community links to help keep it going. Definitely a pathway to success.
You're muted again. There you go, Tracy. Keep going.
It keeps doing that. So congratulations and well done to Camp Hill. An impressive entry and award. Well done.
Oh, well, thank you, Tracy. Thank you very much. And congratulations to all there. So to announce the next award, which is the Student Voice Award, I'm very pleased to introduce Tina Paget. Tina's principal of Fairfield Farm College and a member of Natspec Board. Over to you, Tina.
Thank you, Nigel. It's a pleasure to be here today, celebrating the excellent work of staff in specialist colleges across the country. So this award is for Student Voice, and the shortlist is for colleague Aladir with their student forum, Eat That Frog with their student council called Speak That Frog, which I thought was really lovely, and then Leighton College with their student magazine and skills fair, which really looked very interesting. So the winner is who supports the work of Natspec Student Voice Parliament, was the judge for the award, but she sadly couldn't be here today. But the message she sent was congratulations to all at colleague Aladir. The evidence that we submitted for this award excited us. There was clearly great investment in learner voice, and the learners have been placed firmly at the heart of decision making at the college. Your learner involvement strategy and weekly timetabled sessions give learners the opportunity to engage in meaningful dialogue at a manageable pace around what happens in the college, and successfully promotes collaborative skills, self-advocacy and skills for post-college life. We were particularly impressed with your commitment to engage lower level learners in decision making. This isn't always easy. Our total communication environment has ensured that this group is supported to express their views and have a voice alongside their peers. I'm excited to see where your learning takes you next. Well done.
Oh, well, thank you, Tina, and congratulations again to all. Right, well, next on the awards list is the Wellbeing and Mental Health Award, which is going to be announced by Helen Brooks. Now, Helen's a very close friend, very strong supporter of Natspec. She worked for the Department for Education and was involved in developing the Children and Families Act, the SEND Code of Practice, and particularly policies relating to further education sector and preparing for adult life. Now, in that role, Helen worked closely with post-16 colleges in both mainstream and the specialist sector to help them put the SEN reforms into practice, and was a really valued member of the awards team. And I'll hand over to Helen now to announce the next award.
Thank you, Nigel. I was absolutely delighted to be part of the judging panel for the Natspec Awards this year. It was a real privilege. Here is the shortlist for Mental Health and Wellbeing Award. So there was Ambitious College, which was occupational therapy support to support regulation and well-being. There was ESPA College, which was a transgender free-to-be-me diversity group. And there was Queen Alexandra College, which was Spark, LGBTQ and Alliance, which was a student group. So it was a very, very high standard. And the winner is...
Well done.
Well done, Ambitious College. We really liked this this bid. It was a really innovative idea. It had impact across the whole college. We liked the idea that the well-being was built into the curriculum and day-to-day lesson planning. That was really good. There was very strong evidence from students and others, particularly about the impact that your approach, Ambitious, was having on students. And because of the focus on self-regulation, we thought this approach to well-being was empowering for students too. So a well-deserved winner, and very well done, Ambitious College.
Oh, thank you, Helen. Thank you very much for that. So next is the award for the interdisciplinary working. And to announce this award, we have Pete Vickers. Pete has worked in the sector for over 30 years in local FE colleges, local authority services, and for young adults with complex needs, and also in specialist provision. So over to you, Pete.
Hello, welcome everybody. Thank you very much, Nigel. I was very pleased to be part of this ceremony, and the shortlist I was presented with were all excellent. Just my luck though to present the award that's the most difficult to say. It is the Interdisciplinary Working Award. Practice nearly paid off. And the shortlist is Bridge College, an integration of learning and therapy through physiotherapy and sensory sport. Secondly, the National Star College, which is right time, right place, and it develops a personal learning coordinator to support a consistent and holistic programme. And the final shortlisted nomination was from the RNIB College at Loughborough, which is embedding speech and language therapy into the enterprise curriculum. That's the nominations, and the winner is...
You just need to unmute yourself again, Pete, and you can tell us why National Star won.
That's good.
That's it. Yeah, you're there.
Oh, I struggle with that video. That's good. Sorry. Yeah, the winner, National Star College, and the reason, the application was very strong and most importantly displayed sound evidence of the impact of the work at National Star College. Right time, right place had made great progress for learners, staff, related therapy professionals, and the parents and the links, and all the progressions for the students who are using the RAPA process too. The holistic curriculum planned by the personal learning coordinators in the role of tutors and alongside other professions was really well evidenced actually in the stuff they sent us. And then also in terms of impact, which is important for everybody wanting to apply for awards, the project will now enter its 4th year, so its impact on the stakeholders is really very impressive and person-centred. So well done, congratulations, National Star College.
Well done.
Excellent. Oh, thank you, Pete. Thank you very much, and congratulations to National Star. So we now move on to the final award, which is partnership working. And to announce this award, I'm very pleased to welcome Tracy Gillett. Tracy is a member of the Natspec board and a Director of Education at Condover College. So over to you, Tracy.
Thanks, Nigel. And it's really lovely to see you all today. I'm glad so many people could get involved in this. And as Nigel said at the beginning of the ceremony, partnership working is really at the core of what so many of our colleges do, and strong partnerships are key to really good provision. So the shortlist for the Partnership Working Award is Derwin College, a sporting success at Derwin through partnerships with a range of sports clubs. Link 19 College, Casbah, I hope I'm saying that right, a partnership between the college and a supported housing charity. And Leap College, Post 16 and Friends of Lyman Wood Community Project. And the winner is... Congratulations, Leap College. Very well deserved. Yolande Burgess, who was the judge for this award, unfortunately can't join us today. So she sends her congratulations to you, and she's asked me to read a few words about why this was the winning project. So she says, in this project, relationships with other partners are developed from a small original collaboration to provide work experience, bringing a range of opportunities with good community links. Skills development is built into opportunities which are linked to learning goals and outcomes. A strong preparation for adulthood approach with progress in mind is evident. Opportunities are used to enhance independence, choice and control. Students are part of a 5 to 10 year plan for the park development and are integral to the community benefit of maintenance and development of the parkland. Well done again.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much. And thank you to everybody who entered, and just congratulations to all the winners, everyone who's shortlisted and everybody who took part. I'm now going to hand over to Claire, who's going to tell us about the trophies that the winners will be receiving. So over to you, Claire.
Thanks, Nigel, and thanks to everybody, and thanks to all the winners, and congratulations. Well done, everybody, for their entries. I did want to let you know a little bit about the awards that you'll be receiving. We were really pleased that students at Freeman College have designed and made the awards. Lockdown did delay the making of the awards slightly, but they are now back on it. They're back at college, working away, and we've got some pictures, I think, and there's one of the students working away and seeing what the seeing how they did it. That's Omalade there, talking about how she was scared, but cracked on doing it herself. I think we've got some more on the next slide as well, looking at the students working away on your awards. I will just read you what the students at work and tutor Richard Reeve explained about how they did it. They were given a small brief and they came up with some design ideas. Some students drew their ideas and others built paper replicas. They had some very varied designs and their inspiration came from many different places. And for the final design, the college took elements from most of the designs because they were all great. So these are the awards in progress. The trophies are made from taking a length of salvaged timber. That's then cut to length on a mitre saw, getting the correct 90-degree angles. They're then charred with a flame to burn the outer faces of the wood to enhance the grain. And they then have a light sand and they're sprayed with a varnish. And then the pewter is measured and marked up for cutting with the guillotine. And the pewter is then attached to the wood and buffed like a pre-polish, and it uses a pumice powder to remove the scratches and final polish. And then that will be engraved with the name of your college and the award. So we'd really like to give a very big thank you to staff at Freeman's College. And if any of you out there think you'd like to make the awards for next year's ceremony, you're very welcome to let us know about what you can do and how you can make them and what sort of designs you'd like to come up with. We're always on the lookout for the awards to be made by our students. So thank you to that. We've just about come to the end of our ceremony. Just remains for me to thank Nigel and to thank all the judges. There's the list of the winners. Well done to Derwin, Camper Wakefield, Coleg Lydia, Ambitious, National Star and Leap College. Congratulations to you all. We've had a really tough time and you've all done amazingly well to get through the last few months. And I think what these awards have done is shown the great determination and creativity and the sustainability and the grit and determination of Natspec colleges. So congratulations as well. And just a reminder, if you haven't seen it yet, the home learning project, please go and have a look at the home learning website to see some more quality learning in action, and check it out for lots of useful advice, both the awards website and the home learning website for some top tips. I hope you can continue your celebrations virtually. We've certainly enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to welcoming you again to a new set of awards next year. Thanks very much. We've got Coleg Lydia's virtual choir to play us out. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Right. Have you all got your lyrics? Cool. Everyone say take two.
Take two.
Take two. Very good. Okay.
Take two.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Don't worry. Bye. 'Cause everything's gonna be alright. Don't worry about it. 'Cause everything in my rescue. The better feeling of life will come to you. They'll come to you. For the better feeling of life will worry that I'm the better feeling of love and now, when you pick a box or a prickly pear, and you pick a rock, well, next time you don't pick the prickly pear by the claw. When you pick a pear, try to use the claw. But you don't need to use the claw when you pick a pear of the big top. Have I given you a clue? The better destinies of life will come to you. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite. Here we go. When you send it flying up there, all at once you're lighter than air. You can dance on the breeze over houses and trees with your pistol and tight to the string of your pipe.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.